No intro. That's very noisy in my background, so I do apologize if there's any noise, but I do want to say something real quick. As you can see here, I was looking at my boy Clint Wulf, the mobile messiah, and also Dreadnought. Both of them were kind of covering this, talking about the Exos Heroes Choice Fatecore banner has been canceled. I warned y'all about this. I swear I did. I swore I did. I don't know what video it was. I don't know when it was, but this is the thing. I'm just pausing this video because I don't feel like going on Facebook myself. But most specifically, this is not about Dreadnought, by the way. Dreadnought's the homie. don't think that. But they issued an apology for what was in this video. I think if I go by timeline, I think Clint Wulf's video came out first, and then Dreadnought's video came out. Because this video is just talking about it. Clint Wulf's video is about talking about it, and then you have Dreadnought's video that is pretty much addressing the cancellation on it. Now, if you look clearly in his video, that they have this banner, pretty much you can choose the character that you want on the banner, and then it's gonna cost crystal for you to summon. Making it cost crystal means that it's gonna cost you money, right? Now, as you can see, this is translated fully. If you check out Clint Wulf's video, translated fully. Like, this isn't like fan-made, you know, this is not a fan-made thing, in my opinion, right? Because it's on their Facebook. Then you have Dreadnought coming out with a video, which is in his comment section, and of course he did make a pin, you know, good content creators correct themselves, is that it's been canceled. So he did a video, and then this one comes afterwards that they canceled the event. Now, as you saw here, when I was scrolling through the video, by the way, subscribe to both of them. If you don't, you're a dick. That's so rude, right? You saw that there are some people that are saying like this, like, thanks for the decision, it's good. What? Nani? So you guys do listen, that's good to know. Rejoice, they listen. Let me get one thing clear. This is classic tactics, man. One of the things that these gacha companies do is that they like to throw stuff out and see how people react to it. Now, when it comes down to the pricing of things, right, they kind of have to read the community and see stuff. Like, you can say that they listen, I guess technically they do, but why would you do something like this in the first place? It's clearly gonna harbor negativity. They're not stupid. Like, they clearly know it's gonna harbor negativity. So what do? They throw out something to see if it's gonna stick, right? Like, people know in the gacha community, people have an idea, right, that they need to pay for something. Something has to be worth value. Don't play a free-to-play game and think that everything's gonna be free. I actually subscribe to that notion. I do think that you should spend what you would spend on a full price game, or whatever that might be. Some people it might be $40, some people it might be $50, $60. I don't think you should be playing a game for free. I think that that's kind of fucked up in the sense of it, that you should be willing to pay some type of money for what you're absorbing. Same thing even with content creation. My favorite content creators, I make sure I do all that I can to get them their money, whether it is like commenting, subscribing. On Twitch, you have to not only be a viewer, but on Twitch, you have to sub. So my favorite stream, I've been subbed there for like 2 years. And I try to keep that up because they're keeping it up, so I want to keep it up too. I think the same thing happens with these companies, is that they know that people are willing to spend money, and more specifically outside of the whales. Now, for a whale, you think the whale cares about this? And I've been saying this for like fucking years, that it doesn't, for a whale, doesn't matter this, because they'll just pay it. It doesn't matter. They spend thousands of dollars on the game. You think they're gonna care if a banner is inconvenient to the casual and free-to-play player base, even if it's higher, more amount of people? Of course not. They're perfectly fine with it. They will get upset, you know, because they know when they see a bad deal, they're gonna say, oh man, you guys are fucking it up, you're gonna scare them away. It's pretty much like when there's a bunch of fish, right? You got a bunch of fish in the lake, and then the devs just throw a fucking rock in the lake, and it's like, all the fish, you just scared all the fish away. What the fuck? What the fuck? We had a good system going here. Now, to be specific, what I think is going to happen is, now I think that they're going to bring it back, and it's going to have some XE's compatibility to it. As I think I might have edited out a lot of my videos. I thought that the summer event was just going to be random skins, and I thought that was going to be like the shop with the winter skins. I thought that what it was going to be like. I think this additional banner is nice of them to try to say like, oh, like I don't have FC Rara. Let me try to summon for FC Rara for a lower pity than what she was in original. That's a really nice gesture, but you have to keep it as a nice gesture. When you put a little greed into it, and I mean, thankfully they didn't release it into the game. Yes, it's like they took the backlash quickly. I guess you can thank them for that, but they're also the ones that did it. Like I can't, you know what I'm saying? Like, can you really? It's like if someone slaps you in the face and then you look at him like, yo, bro, if you ever do that shit again to me, I'll fucking drop you dead where you stand. And it'd be like, my bad, bro. My bad, it'll never happen again. And it'd be like, yo, thank you so much for listening. like that's the only thing that drives me nuts. I don't think that we should applaud them necessarily for kicking back on a practice that they knew was going to be controversial in the first place. I mean, if we want to assume that they're dumb, like we can assume that they're dumb and they had no idea that this price point or whatever, like we didn't even know how much it was. I guess on the screenshot you really can't tell how much per summon, because I'm pretty sure Clint would have said so, like, oh, it would have been this much percent. I think it says it on the thing, but he didn't mention it. But I think it was like 2,000 crystals or something like that per pull, and then it would have been like 20 pulls, and it would have been ridiculously high if it was that. It would have been a massacre. And for that to even come out, and I almost didn't feel like making a video like this, because it's just like, I'm in a sense we're adding fuel to the fire. And that's why I think when you see Dreadnought's video, he says the devs listen to the player base, is that, you know, he doesn't want to agitate, you know, because the game already had, I think Lion Games is always known as a bad gacha company or something like that, or one of the ones that are bad, or one of the ones that have been fucked over through greed. So I do think that that's an issue, but we got to give them the benefit of the doubt. I want to give them the benefit of the doubt. Clint's trying to give them the benefit of the doubt. And the thing about it is just, we got to call them out. Clint calls them out. Dreadnought calls them out. You got to call them out when they do stuff like that. You do have to applaud them when they do correct it, but I don't think that we should say that they're listening. I think that we should say that, I actually don't know what to call it, because it just pisses me off when they do stuff like that. And I've seen it happen so many times. KC, what did they call it? They lived and died by it. They didn't care. Like the costume gate was a whole thing that they put into their game, and they said, yo, we're just gonna ride this boat out. And eventually later on the line, they actually made those costumes attainable through in-game currency. And it was just like, why did you wait till like months later, even though you knew you was catching heat for it? So I hope that I'm happy that Lion Games didn't do that, because they could have literally sat there and just wrote it out like, yo man, this is what it is. Our price points say that this is well and fair for our current, you know, financial stimuli. I don't fucking know. They can put it on the books and say, hey, this is technically fine based on how much money we make or something of that nature. Like, you guys should be willing and wanting to hop onto this deal. But really though, it just seems it's always going to come off greedy to us. You know, no matter what you do, no matter how reasonable it could be, we're always going to think that it's greed. And it's unfortunate, because you don't want the game to come off as greedy. You want to see that they're doing a summer thing and that it's going to cost you $20 to get a new unit. And I think that most people would reasonably say, oh, $20, oh fuck, I'll spend 20. And then the whales would be like, oh shit, $20, let me spend 100 and get 5 copies. like I don't see why they don't look at it like that. Like, I think that just makes more sense. And you guys let me know how you feel about it. And, you know, I could be off base, but I find as though if you give a little bit to casual spenders, free to play, unfortunately, I'm sorry, you're pretty much out of the conversation. You're free to play. You don't want to spend money at all. So we're talking about the people that are willing to spend. Now, when you make an event willing to spend, as soon as you enter that category, like you can spend money on this event, I think you have to consider the casual spenders first. The whales are going to manipulate whatever you put out there. They're going to take that inch that you gave the casual players and take it to a mile. And they already do that. They already spend and on those banners, because the thing is that even though there's one pity, right? Once the pity goes away, it's gone, right? So you can't pity multiple times. But they'll still summon for the increased rate. Like, that's how crazy they are. They'll summon for the increased rate, get the pity, hopefully get additional copies along the way. That's what whales do. Casual spender just wants to be in the realm that they can at least financially get the character within 10, 15, possibly $20. And that's not even asking too much in my opinion. I think if most people, I said that the monthly pack is $14, right? You take the monthly pack and then you say, oh, this really good deal coming out, let me draw 20. You're at $34. That's well within a game that you just bought, even on like a sale, like a AAA game that's on sale through one of those sketchy companies. You're like within that realm, right? 30 something dollars. And you got, you know, you're getting XEs monthly, a daily for a month. You got a character that you really wanted. And then if you want to do that next month, keep in mind guys, when I talk about spending money, I'm in saying that some gamers spend money on a monthly basis on things that they like. They might buy a game every month, some buy a game every 2 months. So when you see deals like this, they should be in that compass that it's in that realm. Now, when you have it that they think that they can get $100 out of you a month, it just seems a little bit weird. Why do you think you can get $100 out of a casual spender? You're in what are you guys? I don't even know how you guys tier this shit. Dolphin tier? Like, you guys are in different tiers altogether. Make it reasonable. Even if they wanted to keep it at that range, let's say you had to spend money to access this banner, make it reasonable. Make it $15, $20, $30. And I feel like most people aren't gonna complain to you. Even if they made it that it's like how the other banner works, it's 100 crystals, but you can only do it once per day. So anyone that spends on one of the things, like the $27 pack, you get that, and then you're kind of in a good spot. Why not just make it reasonable? $20, $30 is reasonable, but what the problem is that they're gonna make it so high that people are gonna be like, bro, you want $90? That's why people are on Valorant's ass right now, because of how much they want for skins, cosmetics in their game, and that's cosmetics, no in-game tactical advantage whatsoever. Meanwhile, we can say in the gacha community that this stuff tangibly has advantage. Being able to summon on every banner is a huge advantage over those that can't. It's a huge advantage. You'd be stupid to say that it's not. So the whales are being able to do that. Now, when I say, oh, maybe we should be able to, and I've said this before and people still drive me up a river, is that you should be able to summon on like 2 banners, possibly spend money to finish a 3rd, and people are, no way. I'm like, wait, what? Why is that so crazy? People right now can only summon on 1 banner, free to play. But again, free to play is a different perspective. I don't necessarily speak for free to play. I mostly speak for the casual spender, the $10, $15, $20 man or woman or dog, you know. So I think some dogs really know how to work an app. Those are the people I'm talking about. Like, it looks greedy when you are expecting $90 for basic shit, $50 for basic shit. Like, it doesn't look good. And even me as a content creator, I can kind of write some of this shit off, can't I? You guys have no idea how much money I've made so far last month and with this month through Exos Heroes alone. So I can say, let me invest into my account. People that, you think half the people that are playing this game are looking to invest in their account to reverse and get some revenue? Like, no. Completely different beast out here. And I think that needs to be said. I think that needs to be acknowledged. When they actually come out with the rest of the summer event, you guys are going to see a video and we're going to judge it based on what it is. But the fact that they even decided to showcase that in any way, shape, or form and then say it's canceled, like I think Clint said, it's not canceled, it's most likely delayed. They're still going to do it. It's not canceled. Canceled would mean that they're not doing it at all. It's delayed, it's pushed back, that they're probably going to come back and reintroduce it differently. But like I said before I end this video, if people would have said, oh, that's not bad, reasonable pricing, they wouldn't have canceled it. They wouldn't have canceled it. But hey, just so you guys know, this video is about 5% polyester, 10% cotton, and 100% MFO. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and remember that every day at the casino is your lucky day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.